So again, it's a bit of a dilemma? No, it's a bit of a dilemma. I'm going to do that again. Scratch that. Well, I put a bit of light on, you can see what I'm doing. And welcome to episode 21, I think this will be. This episode probably doesn't get much better than this, because to be honest I haven't done very much. I've only succeeded in hurting myself quite a bit the last couple of weeks. Which culminated in yesterday me falling off my bike, a push bike, I hasten to add, but I have managed to hurt myself quite a bit, and so anyway, we shall see what happens, but I just thought I'd show you what I'm doing now. I'm up in the chain locker, the very front of the boat, chain locker, just to prove it is. There's the chain, which would normally be attached to the anchor, of course. But what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just fitting the two deck cleats that I'm putting on right in the bows, because currently there's only one not very good cleat on the bow, so I'm putting in two big 14-inch cleats. I've put them on with some sealant underneath, got the bolts through, and I'm just doing the nuts up here. That's two bolts here, it's the same the other side. They're really, the bolts are quite tight in there, so I'm hoping I'll just be able to do the nuts from just this one side and get them tightened up. So as I say, as I do this, enjoy the episode. Oh, that was one of my joints. And thank you for watching. Enjoy. So this has arrived, and this I hope will help to improve my videos a bit, in that I have got, this is a camera grip, and the reason I've got this is it holds two batteries, and it can also hold rechargeable AA batteries, and hopefully this will solve the problem that I've had with the batteries. The normal batteries I have for the camera only seem to last about 10 minutes, and if I forget to switch the camera off they last about 5 minutes. Oh, and this little thing here is a flexible tripod, but it is actually called an octopus tripod. But it's fully flexible, you can just bend it into any position you want. So it's not bad, it's quite good. So I've just been varnishing. These are the bases for the jib sheet winches. So getting them ready to get fitted. And I have been talking on previous videos about how I'm reusing what I can find. In fact, I think I said to somebody the other day I'm the sailing womble, perhaps ought to be called. But these two bits of wood are off a couple of chairs, and I wonder if you can guess what I'm going to do with those. But I've sanded them down, given a coat of varnish. Now, the boat came without enough cleats No, deck cleats, that is. So I bought last year 6 deck cleats, and this is one of them. And what I want to do is to raise them off the deck, because otherwise if I put them on the deck level they're going to be too low. And so I've got this nice piece of wood. This was used to be the port side handrail, and that's been cleaned up. I've just skimmed the outside layers off. And what I'm going to do is just cut it into lengths so that the cleat will fit on like that. So it needs to be about that long. And then I've got some nice long stainless steel bolts which are going to go through, and by the time they get through the deck and have a nice thick steel pad underneath, these will do up, and I think pretty solid. So less talking and more sawing. Lunchtime, and I'm having haggis pakora with spicy dip. That's Mischief just going past. Little tour. Highly recommended to go out into the Moray Firth. A fast rib boat. Must be very exciting, probably too fast for me. Anyway, yes, so this morning I've got my winches fitted on. That went reasonably well. And then we had the rain. The rain has stopped now, so my next job is I've got, I'll show you. I've got a couple of these solar panels, and they're going to go here, just either side of the mast. I've got some wood blocks that I've made, and they're going to go basically underneath the solar panel so that it's lifted off the deck, just to support it. So to do that, I've got to drill some holes. So we'll see how this goes. Now, I have to eat a yogurt, not for medical reasons, you understand. This is purely so that I can get on with the next part of my job. All will become clear. Rhubarb yogurt. So, one yogurt pot, empty, with a couple of bits of tape on it. Because where I'm drilling my first hole for the wooden blocks that the solar panels are going to mount onto, I've just drawn a pilot hole which comes through here. I've then got to drill a bigger hole which is an 8mm hole, and where it's come through, if I didn't do something, I'm going to get lots of bits of metal flying around in the cabin here, which I don't want. So the yogurt pot just gets stuck underneath my pilot hole, so when I'm drilling, hopefully the yogurt pot will catch all the metal bits that come off. So there we go, just got my first hole drilled. There's all the bits of metal in the bottom of the yoghurt pot, and true to form, it's just started raining, so I've got to wait till it stops raining before I can do the rest. It's actually coming down quite heavy.
Rain in Scotland. Lovely.
I just managed to get the one bolt in, the one block of wood for the solar panels, and it started raining again. So I also, at the same time, I've realised that I only cut 4 blocks and I need 8. So I've got another 4 measured off on here. These are going to be slightly smaller, but these aren't going to be fixed to the deck. They're just going to be a support in the opposite corner of each solar panel. So basically I've only got 4 holes to drill in the deck. Oh, sugar.
Everything has to go in the bloody bilge.
Oh yes, something else to show you. Let's swing this round. Where are we? There we are. I found I've obviously still got a leak in the main hatch somewhere. It's just been dripping through, so I've got a trusty old nappy up there to catch all the drips, and we'll look at that when everything's dried off. I just went out to do another bit of drilling for the solar panels, and it started raining again, so it's obviously going to be one of those days today. So I thought what I'd do is I'd just get a little bit ahead for the next stage, which is for the deck cleats. So I've got 4 this size and 2 I think about that size, a little bit smaller, and these are the wooden mounting pads that I've made for them. So the bolts are going to go all the way through there, all the way through the wooden pad, and then through the deck to the other side. So for this, all I'm doing is I'm just lining it up by eye. And that'll just mark where the holes need to be. I don't know what that is out there, but anyway. So I think I'm going to have to just give up on today. It's just constant rain now. So I am going to do a little bit of video editing ready for the next YouTube. And I think I'm just going to have a tidy up inside the boat. Just reorganise things, make things a little bit just nicer. So it's Sunday, not a bad day compared to the end of yesterday where it's more or less constant rain. I think there is more rain later on today, but despite the rain yesterday and not feeling I was going to get much done, I did actually manage to finish off the solar panels and the 2 deck cleats either side, port and starboard. I've got them on, and got my hair cut, so I need to put a hat on because my head's feeling a bit cold. And just starting off with a bit of breakfast. I've got some porridge, so that'll give me a bit of get up and go, and we'll see what we can get done today. So that's the 2 solar panels pretty much in place. There's got some adjusting to do. The 2 wires that you can see coming out, they'll go into the little black box, which is just next to the mizzen mast, and I'm pretty sure the way to wire them up is to wire them in parallel, but we'll see when we come to that. So this is my one of my deck cleats midships. Ow. A few things to do this morning. Washing up. Ditch the gash. And put some washing on. most important, rinse out the coffee cup for another coffee. See you later. So, weather's a bit changeable today. And the temperature has dropped a little bit, I think. So I don't feel much for working outside. So I thought, you know what? Let's get some painting done. So just in process. These are the old handles that were fixed near the main hatch, and I'm just in the process of sanding these down. So I've done this half. This half is still the old handle, and then I'll give these a coat of varnish. Haven't quite decided where they're going to go yet, but somewhere near the hatchway anyway. Oh dear. Well, I have a bit of a dilemma. I have just run out of gas. Now, for quite a while, I've been using this little cooker to cook all my meals on, and it runs. You can get these just about in every shop, so it seems. They run off these little canisters, and the last time I bought these, it was £10 for 4. They don't last that long. I can't remember when I started this last canister, but I think it was only a couple of days ago. So I have a choice. Do I go out and get some more gas canisters, or do I ditch that cooker and get out the old trusty Coleman cooker? Well, the decision has been made for me. Either the pump or the on-off valve has broken, because I can't get any pressure on there at all, and that's what's essential to get it started. So it means a trip to go and find some of these if I can. So after my dilemma yesterday, short term, I think I've solved the problem in that I've managed to get some new gas cartridges. These cost me £1.99 each, so they're much cheaper than the ones I had before. So I've got a couple, and I'm going to see how long these last me. I'm actually going to keep a record of how long I use them each time I cook. I do not want to have a permanent gas fitting on the boat, so that would be the easy answer, but it's just something I don't want on the boat. And an alcohol burner is, I think, out of the question. They cost about £400, plus you've then got to carry a separate fuel. You've got to carry the alcohol for it. So I don't know what other alternative there is other than having something like this. But what's worried me is what happened, you know, how readily available are these and how much are they going to cost in future. It's time to change the nappy. I still haven't fixed this leak. It's somewhere around the outside of the hatch there, and then when it rains I just get a slow drip. But until I fixed it, stick that nappy there, and then that'll I won't need to change that nappy for 24 hours. So just an update about the cooker saga. Don't mean to go on about it, but I suppose it is quite important to think about these things. Because I've been able to get hold of these at £2 a piece, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I think the main thing is the availability of these cartridges, and if I can get, I don't know, say a pack of 12, where do I put them from a safety point of view? Because obviously if you store them somewhere where there's any moisture, they start to rust quite quickly. But they will do for now. But I am going to be thinking about some alternative means of cooking, and if anybody's got any suggestions, then please let me know. Just been watching. There's a boat from Sweden. No, not from Sweden. A boat from Denmark. Just been moored across the way from me, and they've got a great big parrot on board, and it's been squawking from daybreak to sunset. It's quite original at first, but after a couple of days it starts to get a little bit annoying. So I wish them well. I think they're about to leave today. But just now, I've got about an hour before I have to go to work, so I'm going to try and fix these, two of these cleats, somewhere around the bow area. Well, I've just been home for a couple of days, and so back to the boat, and one of the first tasks I have is just to clean the fridge. I always turn the fridge off and leave the door open when I leave the boat, but before, well, I've just turned it on just now, and before it actually starts working is the ideal opportunity to give it a nice clean. suppose if you're going to be a pirate, you might as well have a parrot. I'll start that again. If you're going to be a pirate, you might as well have a parrot.